Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with My Hero Academia. Last time on My Hero Academia, we had Coda. So despite it being named Coda, there wasn't a ton about Coda himself. But we did get a bit more insight into Coda's mindset about heroes. And it's not just heroes that he doesn't like, he also hates villains. Naturally, I guess. But he also hates quirks in general, which was pretty interesting. Other than that, we got a bit more training out of the training camp, which was pretty cool. Everyone had very specific training that they were doing, and let's see. Everyone had very specific training that they were doing, and yeah, and then they had the weird training at the end that I don't fully understand with the last episode hasn't gone up yet to YouTube, so I don't have your comments if you left any. But yeah, we had the whole thing of the scaring. I don't understand it, but whatever. But then at the end, the Vanguard of the League, the Vanguard Action Squad of the League of Villains attacked. And they kind of took out Pixie-Bob too, so I hope she's alright. But yeah, shit's kind of going down, so we'll have to see where we are going with that. It's probably going to be a big fight episode this time around. So yeah, that was pretty much that. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever, and this is also where I say that, like always, if you want to watch my reaction to this episode of My Hero Academia, I kind of slurred that, but whatever, you can head down in the description or to the pinned comment, and there'll be a link there that will take you over to the reaction. And once you're done watching that, you can pop right back over here for the discussion. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into this episode of My Hero Academia. Here we go. Oh, My Hero. Man, it's like we... like, okay, so that was, what, 3 episodes of an arc? Like, damn. Like, we set up Coda's arc and completely, basically finished it in the span of 3 episodes, and they were brilliant. Oh, man, oh, man. Holy shit, how did he do that? 1,000,000%. I want to hear, like, Lemongrab say that. 1,000,000% Detroit Smash! It's like, oh my god. How? How did he do that without completely vaporizing his arm? Oh, man, we haven't seen him that broken in a while. Oh, man. Here's the thing, though. Is he going to be, like, out of commission for the rest of the arc? I hope not. I hope they don't do that again. Because that was kind of, like, the most minor of minor complaints about the internships is that it ended in 2 days because he had to recover after the fight with Stain. So because of that, like, the other 5 days of the internship we didn't have. This looks pretty bad, you know, and this is because they don't have Recovery Girl, you know? Like, technically these injuries are worse, but they don't have Recovery Girl, so he might still be out of commission, honestly. Although with everything with Pixie-Bob, I don't know, they should just call friggin' Recovery Girl to get over there. Oh my gosh. But yeah, 1,000,000%. How did he do that? How did he do a 1,000,000%? Like, that's the thing, too. Because it didn't, like, vaporize his arm. His already shattered arm. You know, that's the thing, is his arm was already shattered from doing a 100. And then on top of that, he then did a 1,000,000%. Somehow he did that. It's like, it does sort of make me wonder, it's like, was that really 1,000,000%? Maybe we're looking too much at the technicals, but it's like, it does make me curious. Like, was that actually 1,000,000%? Jesus. Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We still have the rest. We still have the other, 9 villains to deal with? That's the other thing. We still have the other 9 villains that we have to deal with, and Midoriya is not going to really do anything against them. Why was he looking for... Why was he wondering about Bakugo? Is he a Bakugo? Is he a Bakugo? Is he, like, related to Bakugo? Is that it? Is he, like, Bakugo's brother or something? Is that it? 'Cause, I mean, the hair is kind of similar, so maybe. That'd be interesting. But he's already lost, so I don't know. That'd be weird. I don't know. What a fucking scumbag, though. Like, Jesus. And he just happened to be up there where Koda was, you know? And he just happens to be the guy that killed the water hose heroes. Son of a bitch. Oh my god. This is fucking episode 4. Jesus. Like, this is pretty crazy, honestly. Like, I don't know, friend. I do hope we are going to continue the training camp after this. Granted, you know, if their location is compromised, I don't see how, really. Man, I want more training, and I feel like we always cut it short, you know? Like, why can't the villains attack on the last day of training, you know? Or the last day of the internship, you know? That's maybe my one pet peeve about this show, is that they will not let a training week just finish, you know? Between the internships and this, you know? Again, I don't really want to complain because, you know, what we get is still amazing. Between the fight with Stain and now the fight with Muscle Man. Did they actually give him a name at some point? I don't remember. I guess I could look. Ugh. Let's see. Okay, it says Muscular. I'll just assume that's him. Yeah, because it goes Izuku, Muscular, Mandalay, Koda, Tiger, Dabi, and then all the others. So, yeah. I assume then that the villain's name is Muscular. Okay. Okay. Jesus. That was insane. Oh, God. That was insane that he could do that. Now, granted, he's still, you know, he's not quite there still. You know, he still can't, like, Midoriya still can't keep 100% at all times, but that was actually pretty crazy that, you know, he went and tried to do a 100, you know? He actually did a 100, and then I guess he did a 1 million. I might take that with a grain of salt. He said 1 million, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Oh, God. We should go ahead and hop into the notes, I guess. The first thing I wrote down was Aizawa, which was interesting. So we got to see from their perspective. I did like Mandalay, you know, telling everyone what was happening. Because that was kind of my thing. Is like, oh, well, you know, Aizawa, he doesn't know that this is happening because he's with, you know, the remedial class. And like, oh, duh. Mandalay can just tell him telepathically, so. But we didn't, that's the thing, we didn't see what happened to him later, though, because it's like, he ran outside, and then he was immediately, you know, blasted, basically, by Dabi, who, okay, it does seem like Dabi just has a basic fire quirk. It kind of looks like it's just coming from his fingertips. I kind of noticed that in the intro as well. So it might just be that he can only do it, like, from his fingers. Still, he creates giant, powerful blasts, so, yeah, it's just another, you know, it's just another fire quirk, basically, which is interesting. But yeah, I mean, Aizawa just got blasted, and then we don't see him for the rest of the episode, and it's like, aw. So, that kind of sucks. I hope he's alright. I'm sure he is, to an extent. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's the other thing though, is that they don't, like, okay, we had this huge big moment with Midoriya defeating one of the big bad guys, and it's a big moment for Midoriya and a big moment for Koda and everything. It's like, there's still fucking, there's still like a bunch, like nine other villains that are still out there. It's like like, that's the thing. It's like we still gotta deal with them next episode. So it's like, it's not like, next episode is, oh, well, now that that's all finished. Like, no, we still got a lot of shit to do. It's just that Midoriya can't do anything. We basically started with Midoriya's fight, basically. So yeah, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Man, I have to say though, when the friggin' remedial class is like, oh, come on, we were gonna get a treat. Can't you give us one? It's like, motherfuckers, you failed the final. You know that you're going to have to be doing lessons with Aizawa, So, I would hate to be in the remedial group. That sucks, especially with Monoma. Jesus. I do love, though, that Monoma, specifically Monoma, failed the practical exam. Which, let's be honest, that says a lot about Class 1B, where only one person failed. That means his partner passed, but he failed, like Sero. So that's the thing. It's like, okay, well, yeah, Class B is pretty good then, if none of them failed except for Monoma. So I just fucking hate that guy. Now, more on that with Tetsu. See, I understand Tetsu's mindset. I do think, like, okay, man, the thing is, he doesn't, Class 1A doesn't go looking for trouble, And I think that's a distinction they don't understand, is that, yes, Class 1A has been in a majority of fights, or a majority, they've been in a decent amount of fights, with real villains, and Class 1B hasn't. The problem is that they never, well, I guess that's not true, because, back at the USJ, Midoriya, they were carrying off Aizawa, and then, they look back and All Might's not doing okay. So Midoriya does stop, give Aizawa to Sue, and he goes back to help him. Okay, so then, yeah, I do understand Tetsu being like, no, I'm going to stand my ground, Which, honestly, is still what we see in this episode with Midoriya, because he does stand his ground against Muscular. So, oh, boy. But yeah, that's that. So it's interesting, and good on Tetsu, and hopefully they do get to do something. But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with not facing them and, making sure the sick and injured are, attended for, but you do understand his mindset, so, and that's the thing is, it seems kind of like, maybe Class 1B is technically better, we saw because, only one of their students failed instead of 5. So technically it almost seems like, yeah, maybe Class 1B is a little better, but they haven't had as many opportunities to fight villains as Class 1A. So yeah. Alrighty. I'm a little exhausted from the intense reaction we had. Alright, I wrote down Muscle Man, but we do have his name now thanks to the credits. Muscular. Practically the same thing, but yeah. So, Muscular. It does seem like coincidence of all coincidences that it's like, oh, he had to go. Well, first I was like, he was the one that killed Koda's parents a few years ago, and then he just happened to be at that one spot where Koda was because he was the new guy, so he had to, go on surveillance and stuff, and it's like, all right. All right, and Midoriya happened to be the one. Well, I mean, not happened to be. He did go there specifically to save Koda, but But yeah, like, you know, oh, he happened to go there and fight and stuff. I was like, all right, guys, all right, writers. I can excuse it that, you know, it's kind of coincidence of all coincidences. But yeah, it still works. It's still good. You know, it's amazing. But it's like, okay, that is a huge coincidence that the one guy that was put on surveillance happened to be where Kota was and was the guy that killed Kota's parents. Like, okay, then. My throat's going out. Sorry. Oh my god. This is the last video of the day. So I've been reacting to a lot of stuff today. I did the first Attack on Titan episode this morning. I did the Doctor Who finale, and now I'm doing this. So it's been a bit of a long day for my throat, but we're all good. We can still make it through this. Okay, so he also mentioned Bakugo. What the hell? And we didn't get any resolution on that. Maybe we'll get some. Maybe we'll interrogate him next episode or something. But yeah, it's like, you know, he was like, oh, Fran, say, do you know where I could find Katsuki Bakugo? And it's like, wait, what? Why? And I'm sitting here thinking, like, is he a Bakugo? Is he, like, related to Bakugo? To Kachan? Is he related to Kachan? Because I will admit his hair is pretty similar. So, I mean, that would be kind of interesting if he was, you know, related to Kachan, but at the same time, what would they do with that? Because, like, you know, you would expect, like, oh, there'd be a confrontation between, you know, where Kachan would have to face off against Muscular, but motherfucker's already down. We beat him already, so I don't really see that happening. So, I don't know, maybe I could see it. Excuse me. I could see it because they do have sort of a similar hairstyle, but yeah, I think I need to sort of relax my voice a little bit. But anyway, yeah. So that was pretty interesting. You know, who knows what that could be. Maybe he's related to Kachan, but yeah, I don't know. All right. The next two things I wrote down: 100% and 1,000,000%. We'll start with 100 though. Because that came first. So that was pretty crazy. So he did a 5% Detroit Smash. Nothing. And this is the first time that he's had to, like, go beyond 5%, you know? Because, let's be fair, you know, since he has learned, since he has developed One for All Full Cowling, you know, the only person he's really, really fought, you know, I guess other than All Might himself, but that would be Stain. So that's the thing is, with Stain, 5% was enough. All Might, he did give a pretty powerful smash against All Might, but it didn't shatter his arm, so it was still, like, pretty controlled. You know, who knows? Maybe he can actually push himself a little bit further than 5%, and he doesn't even know it, but yeah, so when the 5% didn't work, he actually had to resort to his classic move, which is a 100% Detroit Smash, which is pretty cool. And, man, it has been a while. I mean, it's been since the fight with Todoroki that we got a 100% Smash, you know? So, that was pretty crazy. And, you know, seeing his arm all bruised and stuff again is like, oh, man, takes me back, man, takes me back. I will say, I do, again, appreciate, we talked about this a few months ago at this point, but it honestly seems, and now it definitely seems like the show specifically stopped breaking Midoriya's arms around the time that I sprained my wrist really bad. If you guys remember, a few months ago, I was like wearing a cast and I was like writing with my left hand because it was fine. And I was saying I'm glad that we don't have, that Midoriya is not breaking his arm every episode anymore. Because, like, I don't know if I could deal with that, you know? And now, he is breaking his arm again, but my arm is completely fine, so it doesn't bother me anymore. So, yeah, that's kind of funny that it worked out like that, I guess. But yeah, he did go back to a classic 100, and, I mean, it was pretty powerful against him. It wasn't enough, but it was a pretty powerful hit. So that was cool, and we also then got the 1,000,000% Detroit Smash, which was fucking crazy. I'm gonna watch that moment again. Oh, boy. We also got Koda using his water quirk, which is interesting. He produces water, which is pretty interesting. Yeah. I mean, and that's Koda standing up for him. So now he understands it. Ugh. And Midoriya's shirtless too. That shirt did nothing. Oh! And that's the crazy thing, too. I mean, first off, that's the thing, is that it's also a combo, which is pretty cool. It's a combo of the Delaware and Detroit. Because that's the thing is, Midoriya doesn't really do combos, I guess, you know? But that was, you know, because his arm was right there, so he Delawared to break up those muscles, and then he did a Detroit to end it, basically. So, yeah. The 1,000,000% Delaware Detroit smash, which was pretty insane, man. How he reached 1,000,000% with that, I do not know. But that was insane, man. And I love, too, you see, you know, the stars, you know, going through. Honestly, it's a lot like when, and, you know, they play the audio from All Might versus Nomu, but it is a lot like that final hit on Nomu, you know? So hell, maybe that's it. Maybe that's why he could reach that, is he's seen it in action before. It's that same sort of 1,000,000%. So, that's insanity. And it didn't look like it shattered his arm more. Like when he fought Todoroki, like, and he used a Delaware smash on with an already broken finger, it bruised it and made his finger darker, but it didn't look like it honestly did that. So, yeah. And we also have to say that this is his first time doing a 100% smash on a person. And that's the thing, is he's always subconsciously held back. But this time he did a full-out 100 on a person, and then the full-out 1,000,000 on a person, which is crazy. And now Koda understands, you know. Koda stood up for Midoriya, and now he gets it. He understands. Someday, someone would come along and be my hero. And that is now what Midoriya is. And I love just that last shot where he's, you know, bloodied and bruised and shirtless and screaming like, ah! You know, it's insane. It's insane. I tried to say insane and insanity at the same time. It's insanity, man. Insanity. Yeah, it sounds like something the Irish would say. I don't know. But yeah, my hero. My 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. I can't do lemon grab, especially with my throat right now. So yeah, that was a badass fight. And this might be Midoriya at his most badass, honestly. But yeah, that was an incredible fight right there, you know? I also just noticed that Midoriya and Koda are kind of wearing the exact same thing. Like, they were both wearing, like, these black button-up shirts with khaki shorts. That's really interesting. They were both kind of wearing the exact same thing. But yeah, that's pretty much that. This was a fantastic episode. Next time, we're going to have to see what the hell are we doing with the other 9 villains. And maybe we'll see what the fuck is going on with Muscular and Bakugo. Got to figure that out, too. But yeah, that is pretty much it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of My Hero Academia reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.